In just under a hour time, the West Indies will kick-start their tour of Australia with a 3-day match against an Australian 11. The match will take place at the current Rolton Oval in Adelaide. Adelaide will also be the host of the first Test match. The naming of the West Indies squad just before Christmas was disappointing to many experts. Much have been said about this squad, from consternation to optimism. We ourselves in this community have said much. We now believe it is time to start supporting the team. We have been critical and have been harsh over the past 2 weeks, but the players there in Australia are our players, and they are the only one can bring us joy against Australia for these 2 Test matches. No one that we thought should have been there, no one that we love to have been there can now affect the result on the field of play. So it is time for us to rally round the West Indies team. I cannot tell anyone what to do. It's all about our own opinion and our own motivation. But I would say to you all, it is time to rally around the West Indies team. Hello everyone and welcome to the show. I'm so happy that you are here. In just about 50 minutes time, the first match, which is a 3-day match against the Australian 11, will start. I am going to pick my playing 11 for that match. Before I do so though, I just want to remind you about the Lawrence Rose 75th anniversary gala that will be taking place at the Westin Hotel in Fort Lauderdale next Saturday, the 20th of January. The Cricket Forum will be there. Please come on down and let us talk some cricket, enjoy the celebration, and there are some wonderful stories that will be told. There's a link in the video description, caribtic.com. You can just check out that link and purchase your event for that grand gala that will be taking place on the 20th at the Westin Hotel. As I said, I will be there. I'm scheduled to be there. Come down. I want to meet you all. So get your ticket. Whether you're in Jamaica, Guyana, Barbados, Trinidad, you may fly over already. If you're in New York or in Fort Lauderdale, just come on down and let us have a wonderful time next week, Saturday evening, at the Lawrence Rowe 50th anniversary celebration. Now, before I go to my 11, I just want to remind you that the West Indies play their first match in the Under-19 World Cup next week, Friday, against South Africa. There is a West Indies Under-19 team scrolling across the bottom of your screen. And may I remind you of the schedule for those matches. So come Friday, that's next week Friday, the West Indies will play South Africa in their first match. Just 10 days away, they'll play South Africa in their first match on Friday, January 19th. They will then play Scotland on Tuesday, the 23rd of January, before completing their first round fixtures against England on the 26th of January. So West Indies are drawn in Group B along with England, South Africa, and Scotland. So the West Indies Under-19 team starts their World Cup campaign next week, Friday. And we should not forget that because they are the future stars of West Indies cricket, and we also need to support them. Also, as we talk about Under-19 World Cup, the Under-19 female team is presently in Antigua preparing for the World Cup this year. There are 3 Jamaicans on the squad. Cricket West Indies, to the best of my knowledge, I have not seen it anywhere. I've not released the official training squad that is in Antigua at this time. I was made aware of the squad because of these 3 Jamaicans that are on it, and 2 of them reached out to tell me that they were in the squad, that is going to Antigua. So 3 Jamaicans are on that squad. So the under-19 squad, the female under-19 squad, is in Antigua training, and the under-19 male squad is in South Africa getting ready to start the World Cup, the under-19 World Cup next week. Now, to my playing 11 for tonight match, which should get underway in just about now 50 minutes time. This is my playing 11. With only one warm-up match to go before the test, which starts next Wednesday. So a week from tomorrow, the test will start at Adelaide Oval. It is not the same place that this warm-up match is being played, although it has been played in Adelaide. It has been played at the current Walton Oval, the warm-up match, but the test match will be played at the Adelaide Oval. So my consideration is that I will play my strongest team. I will play more or less the team that I expect to play in the test match because there are no further warm-up match. And my 11 includes Brathwaite, the captain, and Chanderpaul, who is expected to open. I had an interview with Andre Coley. There was an interview is released by Cricket West Indies with Andre Coley. I'm going to give you clippings of that interview after the playing 11. When I was preparing for the show, I planned to do the interview before I put the playing 11 on the screen, but I forget totally about it. But I will do so after giving you the reason for my playing 11. So everyone expected that Brathwaite and Chanderpaul will open, and we will also give Mckenzie another chance at number 3. Now, the Silva at number 4. This was never, ever in my thought. But some time ago, I think it was last week, someone said to me that the Silva and Brathwaite are the 2 most experienced batsmen in this team. Now, no doubt that the Silva has had a poor run of form. We know that. But then this is where the support comes in. We have to encourage the Silva and convince him that he can do it. So the person said to me that Silva is a person who should bat at 4 because he is one of the most senior batsmen in the team, and we need a senior batsman to split up Mckenzie and Athanaze. So I bought into that suggestion and put the Silva at 4. At first, I have my reservation, but when I thought about it, I decided, give him confidence, put him at number 4. Yes, he's one of the most senior batsmen. Apart from Brathwaite, he is the most senior batsman in this team. So I'm going to go with Da Silva at 4. Naturally, Athanaze will come in at number 5. Now for number 6, I rule out McCaskie for 2 reasons. He is an opening batsman by and large, and he has not yet scored a first-class 100. So it is a case of a last resort before I would play McCaskie. Now at 6 between Hodge and Greaves. Imlach is terrible out of form, and I think that Imlach is only on this tour as a reserve wicket keeper. I do not expect Imlach to play unless there's something wrong with Da Silva. So at number 6, based on his performance in the last regional 48 tournament, where he averages close to 40, I would go ahead with Kavem Hodge at number 6. Kevin Sinclair at 7 and Jordan at 8. Alzarri Joseph at 9 and Motie at 10. Shamar Joseph, who you all know is a favorite of mine, will bat at number 11. Many persons are going to say, where is Roach? Now, 2 reasons why Roach is not in my playing 11. 1, I want to make up my mind whether I should play Akeem Jordan or Shamar Joseph if I'm going to play Roach in the test match. However, I'm not planning to play Roach in the test match. So I'm looking at these 2 bowlers, and I'm saying that if Roach is going to play in the test match with all his experience and been playing cricket for so long, I do not think that Roach necessarily needs this warm-up match to play in the test if he's going to play. So if Roach is going to play, I need to look at Akeem Jordan and Shamar Joseph and pick one of those two if Roach is going to play. I would not have played him. I would not have been playing Roach in the first test match. But leaving him out of the playing 11 in this 3-day match is a win-win because we will get to see Akeem Jordan and Shamar Joseph in a face-off for that remaining bowling spot if Kemar Roach is going to play. Now, I will go to the West Indies coach, Andre Coley. I think it's about 4 clips that I have. And the first question that was asked to Coley, I think in this first clip, you will hear the question that was asked of him.
Are you satisfied with the preparation going into tomorrow's warm-up match?
I am. It was important for us, to have arrived early and given us an opportunity to get a feel for the conditions, get over the distance that we would have travelled to get here. And I'm happy with the progress that we have made and how we're transitioning towards the test match.
So Andre Coley is saying that he's happy with the preparation. How many times have we heard West Indies coach have said that they are happy with the preparation and we got the confidence? Just as recently in the ODI series against England, we hear the West Indies captain speaking about just topping up because we have trained well. And here Coley is saying that the team traveled well, the team have gotten over the jet lag, and the team is preparing well. And he's very, very happy with, he said that he's very, very happy with the preparation at this time. But Coley did not stop there. He was asked about how are the players adjusting to the bouncier pitches in Australia. And this was his reply to that question. How are the players adjusting to the bouncier pitches in Australia? Here is Coley.
It's been a gradual adjustment. It's quite evident. It's at the end of the day, regardless of how the pitch plays and what response you get off the pitch when bowling. Each player has to really adapt to what is bowled at him and every single ball. So sometimes the pitch has nothing to do with it, as opposed to pretty much just being locked in to what is being bowled at you. And I think we have done that pretty well. We have been playing on merit. Similarly, from a bowling standpoint, just adjusting to the lengths here in terms of what we want to achieve. Our ability to hit specific groupings whenever we want to. I mean, that's been good. And then just getting a feel for how the ball moves around in the atmosphere from a fielding standpoint. We've been able to.
But there are 2 things that Coley said there that I do not quite. I question it because he's saying that we are just adjusting gradually. And I'm a bit disappointed that the adjustment is gradual. I would have expected a sharper adjustment. This is Australia that we're coming up against. And to say that we're adjusting gradually, it hit me that the players are in their comfort zone and are not moving out of their comfort zone. And when you're in your comfort zone and when you're adjusting gradually, the performance tends to be mediocrity. He said that the pitch doesn't really matter. I disagree with that. I think, Coley, the pitch is what matters the most. That is the key 22 yards in the match. The pitch matters the most. He went on to say something very good, though, that the bowlers are grouping their deliveries in one spot. And that is good, because if you can hit the same spot for 1 out of 3 deliveries, that is very, very good. So I like that from him, but I didn't like the fact that he said they are adjusting gradually and the pitch doesn't really matter. When he was asked about the 7 uncapped players in the team and how they are gelling with the senior players, this was Coley's response to that question.
Well, they're not strangers. I mean, they would have played against each other, in regional cricket. Recently, we toured South Africa. Some of the players are here, and the camaraderie has been very good. I'm actually been very impressed in terms of the feedback and some of the nurturing from the senior players. Watching them take leadership. I think Alzarri, Kemar has been very good, or have been very good in terms of how they engage younger players and giving insights around their experiences. So that's been good to watch as well, outside of the obvious leadership of myself and.
So it's very good to know that the senior players are looking after the uncapped players in the team, and we are happy to know this. But finally, he was asked about team strategy. And this is what the West Indies head coach has to say when he was asked about team strategy.
When you think about Test cricket, it's really important that you're able to bat a day, to be able to set up the game from a batting standpoint. And then on the flip side of that it's pretty simple for me, really. If you can get opposition out before the end of the day's play, for instance, and then those are easy markers to meet. How we go about it as a batting and bowling group is where it becomes more specific as it relates to the role and the different skill sets that each person brings to the team. But we're looking to keep it really, really simple, and those are some of the markers we're looking to get out.
So when he says that we are looking to keep it really, really simple there at the end, what does he really mean? Is it one of those innings that we played in the first innings against India early this year in Trinidad, where we black out the entire day and did not make 200 runs? Is that what he means by really simple? He said that they wanted to bat out a day. In the tour, in our 2022 tour of Australia, the captain said that we wanted to bat out 100 overs. How many runs are we going to score in a day's play? My tactics, I think we should go at Australia very hard. Now, the team that we are playing against tomorrow, later this evening, just about 38 minutes away, the toss should just about be ready to be taking place. We must remember that the team that we are playing, that the Big Bash players are not in it. We also must remember that the Test players are not in it. This is a very, very inexperienced team, and West Indies should really win this first match, this 3-day match, as a statement of intent. I'm happy that you are here. I have rambled on long enough, and I will now take your comments. As I go through your comments, let me get my glasses here to go through your comments. 007, welcome to the show. It is important to see how they set up the 11 batting order. 1 to 5, or should be the top 5 for the Test match. I agree with you. Whoever is playing in this match should be those who are playing in the Test match. And you have named your playing 11, which is Brathwaite, Mckenzie, Chanderpaul, Hodge, Athanaze, Greaves, Da Silva, Sinclair, Joseph, Roach or Motie, Joseph. Very interesting 11 there, 007. We are all entitled to our opinion, and I appreciate it. Merrick, good evening. Good evening, 007. The legendary Juna Benjamin, good evening. Good evening, Athena. Nice to see you here. And you are saying that Alzarri, Shamar, Akeem, Kemar is the bowlers Sinclair. Okay, thank you very much, the legend. Hodge is the most suited man for 3 and 4. Thank you. As I said, 007, as I said always to this community, it's all about our opinions, and you are free to suggest your opinions. I would not have Hodge at 3 or 4. I have bought into the idea that Silva batting at 4, but you may well be right, 007, and we may well see Hodge batting at 3 or 4. Stark, Cummins, Azud, Lance Morris, Windies, good luck. Okay, so Australia is going to name their squad on tomorrow, which is probably later this evening. Michael Douglas, how are you? Happy New Year to you. Welcome to the show. With Sinclair and Motie there, I would prefer play McCaskie or Greaves. But I think in warm-up matches, normally everybody could get a chance. Australia have named 11, so I don't think that they are going to have that opportunity. Australia have named an 11. So let's see what will happen there. Jermaine Miller, welcome to the show. Big up yourself, bro. Respect Jermaine Miller. Nice that you are there. And so nice to have you here, Jermaine Miller. Respect every time. So Juna Benjamin is responding to Douglas. Hey guys, is the warm-up match going to be streamed on YouTube? Alex Keys, I am searching left, right, and center. And if I find it, I will post it in the community section of this, of the channel, of the community. So I will definitely do that. So thank you all, Jayden or Jayden Oja Mararaj. Is there any way to watch it? As I said, I will post it if I see it. Michael Douglas is saying, in warm-up matches, you could sub in players. Michael, it depends. If it is a first-class match, they will not be allowed to sub in player. And I'm telling you that Australia have named only 11 and they are specified their 12-man. If it was a case that, so I'm leaning towards not a curry goat match, but I'm leaning towards a first-class match. So we all know that if it is a curry goat match, they can sub in player. But if it's a first-class match, it will not possible. And I'm telling you that Australia have named only 11 and have named their 12th man. So it's left to be seen. Good evening, Clint Brewster. How are you? Da Silva should bat at 6. Okay, no problem there. What is your opinion on playing two spinners? I will go in with Sinclair and Motie as my two spinners. And I will also play 3 fast bowlers. Joshua Da Silva could be the next Larry Gomes in this team, Athena is saying. So Isaiah Proctor is saying Alick and Hodge should be at 4 and 5. They have that middle order partnership going for the Windwards. It may just come on at this level. Well, let's hope so. As I said, we must support those who are there. It doesn't matter which country they're from. It doesn't matter if our favorite players are there. It doesn't matter if someone who we thought should have been there are not there. But before I go, I must remind you that next week, Saturday, I will be at the Westin at the Lawrence Rose 75th birthday celebratory gala. Viv Richards will be there. Joel Garner will be there. Andy Roberts will be there. I will be there. Please click on the link in the video description, carry ticket, and book your ticket for the event. It starts at 6 o'clock next week, Saturday evening. Until tomorrow, see you. Have a good evening. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Bye for now. It was fun being here with you.